that guy plays her or breaks her heart or whatever it is, right? So now what happens is women, what they'll do is that they'll date the opposite of what they had before. So if this sexually attractive dude who has game played her or dumped her or stopped talking to her, she's gonna go for the opposite, which is, the guy who doesn't have game, the guy who's like, chasing women, the guy who's the nerdy, the guy, whatever. So now this is where you might get a DM from that hot girl. This is where you might get that really hot chick smiling at you and checking you out. Because what happens is that she's targeting you to use you, because you have to ask yourself this question, right? If you're the type of guy who's scared to approach women, if you're the type of guy who hardly gets any women, if you're the type of guy who's having trouble in the dating game, why would that woman want you? And see, this is where people's ego comes in, is that they want to believe, oh man, this really hot chick, is interested in me. But you have to look at your history and say, well, what did I do to be able to deserve this hot woman trying to get at me? And that's what people understand. The game is about balance. So if you're the type of guy who's never approached a girl, or you're scared to approach women, you don't have any game, what would make you that attractive that woman would choose you out of everybody else? So you have to need to be up and say, well, wait a second, there got to be something a little fishy about this. So what will happen is a lot of times women will do this to weak guys, because what she can do is she can use that weak guy because she knows that guy's going to worship her. And then she uses that guy to boost her self-esteem up to now go back to the guys she actually wants. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this guys have to understand game, because they got to understand game, because when you don't understand game, you get caught up and you don't even realize why things are happening the way they're happening. Because when you don't have self-awareness, right, you don't realize why this situation is happening. The situation actually doesn't make sense, but you just take it on. And then this is where it gets worse. That guy might get emotionally attached to that woman. And then when she does eventually leave him, because she will, when she finds the next guy she really wants to be with, then he's going to be heartbroken. He's going to feel some type of way. He's going to run to the red pill and, the internet and say, women ain't nothing. That's how it works. It's like, and that's because he didn't understand what was actually happening in the situation. It's terrible.
Okay. Like that. Let's see. Next one's going to be, once again, your personal opinion. I see it, but do you feel most women like wave off, swipe left, disregard majority of men, and they only see a certain type of man nowadays? Like most men are getting disqualified.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
you know what?
Yeah, in your opinion, why is it?
Well, this is the thing. So, a lot of people, what they do is I've heard this a lot of times when people said social media, has made it harder for guys, and social media changed the game and all that. Now that's half true. And what I mean by that is, the issue is there's always been guys who can easily make things happen with women. And then there's always been guys who had a hard time, right? Now, the guys who are the most sexually attractive are the guys who are going to get it easier. The guys who are not, the guys who are it's going to be hard for. So because of social media, what happened is, in these dating apps and all this other stuff, is that it's become way more easier for the guys who are sexually attractive, and way more harder for the guys who aren't. And that's because of access. So when a woman has access to a lot more attractive guys, that means the unattractive guys basically get thrown by the wayside. You see what I'm saying? Which is going to make it harder for them with apps and social media and all this other stuff. Because now it's went from, let's say back in the day, a guy would live in a certain small town or something, and it was just like whoever was in a small town, that was who got together. Now social media, it's all over the world. So now the women have access to lots of different attractive men from everywhere. So now if you're the type of guy who is not attractive, then it's going to be hard for you. Now, and this is the thing, when I say attractive, what most guys think is they just think about looks, right?
Looks automatically,
Right, they just go automatically to looks. When I say attractive really means overall. Now, your looks can play a part in it, but it's not just your looks. It's overall. You have to be an overall attractive guy, so that what happens is that the woman recognizes that, and then that's what makes her actually want to interact with you.